And watching Ozol's is Paul McQuaid, number 4, riding for Ireland. Up at the front, Paul Miller and Terry Jackson have been led away again, as the others get reeled back in by the bunch. This is the group from which they emerged, as they wait to be picked up. Now the Soviets leading the chase, Ozos and Vinovsky at the head, looking very relaxed. This man, Paul McQuaid, has been able to get away from the peloton, and he's joined the group who are between the leaders and the pack. McQuaid is being allowed to do much of the work to keep this group clear. Still, Jackson, number 26, and Miller, number 18, are away and working hard as they approach the silver mines. That's the situation then. These two are 2.5 minutes up in the main bunch and 1.5 clear of the other 5. Jackson and Miller then begin the long climb up Bolingbroke, contesting the points available for the first 5 riders over the summit. And over they go, Jackson picking up 5 for crossing first, and Miller will get 4. Paul McQuaid leads the next group over, with Mick Walsh from Dublin Foster's earning himself 2 points, and Sheehan gets just 1. And here is Doinis Ozols, charging up after the second group. Brian Lenihan is next over, and he too will join the group on the descent. Here they are all together, and the question is, who wants to do the work? Me, says the Soviet, but you'll have to work to stay with me. And the rest give chase. But Doinis Ozos is too strong. He takes off in pursuit of the leaders, leaving the Irishmen to make their own way up. Not only did the man from Latvia catch Jackson and Miller, he sailed straight past, gambling that his own strength would be enough to take him to Tipperary by himself. McQuaid leads the second group still, up past Jackson and Miller, who tagged on for a tow into town. Ozos continued his drive for Tipperary, where he would finish 21 seconds ahead of the second man home. The Latvian had destroyed the challenge of the Irish, who took the next 4 places. Richard O'Gorman was second, with Frank Relf and John Sheehan in 3rd and 4th, ahead of Alistair Martin from Antrim. John Tanner, who finished in the bunch, became the first to retain his yellow jersey and his 16-second lead over Stephen Delaney of Dublin IRC.
Are the Russians going to win it now, do you reckon?
No,
like it's not necessarily.
It's wide open. Like, they're good, but they're not like the Russians that came the last few years. They're not as good as them.
He's an animal. Is he that strong?
Every day so far, it's been a tactic to just attack and attack and attack, and he never stops. He just keeps doing it, doesn't he? And that's...
I was amazed how he went by you. He just came up here and just went.
He went by us first, and I was able to get onto him the first time. And the second time, none of us were able to get near him, so...
When he came up to you the first time, you put your hand up in the air. What have you on about that time?
I wanted to go back in behind him, so I knew that was his tactic. I wanted to get on his wheel. And I put my hand up to say I was going back to talk to my team manager. And he came up around me and I went onto his wheel. That's how I was able to go with him the first time he attacked.
They have a lot of preparation put in. I think if the Irish worked collectively, we can certainly win stages. We can certainly be up there in the overall. But I think the the Russian squad is very, very strong, and the English squad, they're not as strong as the Russians, but they're very eager, they're very young.